What a win, huh? It's a lot easier doing these press conferences after a big time win like we had on Sunday. Proud of our guys overcoming the adversity, being down 80 points at the midway point on Sunday is not easy to overcome. I think with CBS Sports, they gave us less than 10% chance of winning after the first round of games on Sunday, and thankfully, our guys don't pay attention to projections. They just go out and take care of business. So, very emotional win. Proud to get that number one of the season. Outside of that, throughout the organization, we've had some a shakeup over the last day or so. Elon Musk, you may have heard, his new Department of Fantasy Football Efficiency, otherwise known as DOFFE, D-O-F-F-E, they've audited our organization and decided that we need to make some changes. Coming with that, they've decided that in order to be an efficient fantasy football organization, that we no longer need a marketing department. So they proceeded to get rid of our entire marketing department with the exception of Marge. Marge has now moved up to president, and they have felt that to add on to my duties as a head coach, that I will take over as vice president of marketing, which is something that I never imagined myself doing when I became a head coach in this league. So, with that, our first marketing department meeting, Marge came out of that with the idea, and she secured, I'll give her credit on that, she secured a 1-week sponsorship with Alani. Okay. If you have been to a Target recently, a PTA meeting, a kid's birthday party, you have seen the moms jacked up on this stuff. So according to Marge, she feels that by partnering with an iconic brand like Alani, that it is going to bring us more female viewers and attendees to games. So they applied that to, I guess, to appeal to the female base. Also, she feels that with the partnership of Alani, that it will lead us to a more explosive offense due to the high caffeine content. So, we eclipsed the 200-point mark this past week. She feels that by replacing all of the Gatorade machines in our players' locker room with the Alani energy drink, that it can potentially help us eclipse the 300 point mark. So our team, so gone are the iconic Gatorade flavors like fruit punch and lemon lime in our locker room, and they have been replaced with flavors like glitter unicorn piss and dreamberry star breeze. So I'm a little skeptical. We will see what happens, but I don't want to get fined, so I have to go along with it. So, enough with that. Let's talk about the players on the field on Sunday. Cortland Sutton, very consistent. Boswell came through in the clutch like he always does. Christian McCaffrey was, he did what McCaffrey always does, but none other than Josh Allen. He was the one that, brought home the victory. So, Josh Allen is our player of the game. Now, traditionally, we issued a game ball to the player of the game, but due to our DOFFE cuts, issuing a game ball had been deemed too expensive. So we are now going to be issuing a kicking tee to our player of the game. Sorry, Boswell. So, without further ado, this week's player of the game and winner of the MVP award is Josh Allen. Josh, where you at? Oh, there you are, Josh. Congratulations, buddy. First MVP of the week. Josh, I know you play quarterback, but when I throw you the tee, you're supposed to catch it. Okay. Now, on to the negative stuff. The biggest disappointment of the week, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek refers to himself as the cheetah. On Sunday, he was more like a house cat chasing a laser pointer. He did a lot of running around and didn't catch a damn thing. So we're going to have to reevaluate Tyreek's starting spot this week. It is up for grabs. We had some guys step up on the bench that did really well. So we'll see what happens there. So no, Gary, that chair belongs to Holly from ESPN. Give her the chair back. Gary, we talked about this. All right, no, I know we're in the garage, and you're getting used to the change of scenery here, but listen, you cannot borrow the chairs for your family reunion this weekend. DOFFE's already cut our marketing department, our game balls. We can't afford to lose the chairs too. All right, thank you. And with with that, I'll open it up to any questions that members of the media may have. Yeah. You know what? Post-game celebrations are going to look a little differently this year than they have in the past. Traditionally in the past, after a big win, the team has gone to the Wonder Bar Steakhouse, and we've enjoyed fine dining. However, with the DOFFE cuts this year, that will not be happening. Instead, my wife will be making baked ziti, and I will be having the players over at the house. Don't worry, my wife is Italian. She makes the same amount of food, whether 4 people will be eating dinner or 30. So, we will adapt. We will be fine. The good news is, none of our players spit on anybody this week and got any personal fouls. So we have opted also to get a cookie cake in celebration of a Week 1 win. Love those things. So, all right. Any other questions that we have for the week? Yeah. We move on to Steel Curtain this week. Steel Curtain have always been a tough opponent. My career record against Steel Curtain is 10-5. But when we meet those guys, throw the record out the window. That really doesn't matter. He's going to bring his best. We expect that. He is a division opponent, so we need to secure another division win. 2-0 will give us if we can get there, that'll give us a good chance sitting at the top of our division. So hopefully our guys will be ready. They'll put this one behind us and be ready to step up. And we'll see what happens with with the addition of the Alani in our locker room this week. Who knows, that may be a secret weapon. I'm a little doubtful, but we'll see. All right, that's all I have time for. So until next week.